If I could sit down with my 50-year-old self, there are a few things I'd like to tell him. Things I didn't understand back then. Things I wish someone had told me. Things that would have saved me stress, time, and a whole lot of pain. So today, I'm sharing the things I wish I knew back in my 50s. Stick around, I have some neat stuff that I like to share that'll help you switch and turn on that light bulb. Welcome to Beyond Retirement. If you're new here, name is Rob. Those years are the last lap of youth. When you're in your 50s, you feel the shift started, but you think you have time. You do, but not as much as you really think. Your 50s are the decade where you should be taking care of your health, building strength, protecting your joints, and eating like your future depends on you, because it does. Choices you make or made in your 50s will help shape how you feel at 60. So strength train at least twice a week instead of I'll start next week or next month. Swap the fast lunches for something healthy like chicken and vegetables. Prep your meals. It's healthy and it'll help save you money in the long run. Try stretching 10 minutes a day instead of ignoring that stiffness. In my 50s, I still cared way too much about titles, promotions, being respected, being the guy, that man, keeping everyone happy. But here's the truth. Most of the people you try to impress won't even be in your life 10 years later. I'm telling you this because it's truth. I wish I knew how much peace comes from letting go of other people's opinions. Like staying late at work just to look dedicated while your family eats dinner without you back home. I'm sure there are times you need to finish up projects and complete those tasks. I get it, but come on, every single time? And then there's saying yes to projects you don't want because you're afraid of looking unhelpful. Really? And buying things you don't need just to look successful. In my 50s, I always played it safe. I stayed in jobs way too long. I stayed in routines too long. I stayed in fear way too long. Wish I knew that the 50 is still young enough to start a business, change careers, move somewhere new, reinvent yourself, chase something that scares you. Imagine if I started this YouTube channel in my early 50s. Your 50s are not the end. They're the beginning of life you actually want. So take a course to switch careers instead of staying stuck in that dead-end job. Maybe sell that house and move to a quieter state or town. Or maybe start in a business, a side business you always dreamed about. I wish I knew how fast the physical changes would come in my 60s. But I also wish I knew how much control I still had in my 50s. In my 50s, I had a lot more stamina. There were times I still felt like I could move a mountain. If you're in your 50s, lift some weights. Try walking every day. Stretch. Get the proper sleep and drink plenty of water. And stop eating like you're 25. Your future self? Well, thank you. Try adding a 20-minute morning walk instead of hitting that snooze button. Do something simple, like simple stretches before bed to reduce that stiffness. Try to choose water instead of soda or those sugary drinks. In your 50s, life whispers before it screams. The job that drains you, the stress you normalize, the relationship that's fading. Man, give up that relationship or those relationships. Save your money. Don't spend it all on that one person because you think they'll always be there, but someday they may not. And watch out for those gold diggers. I need to add that in there. And this goes for all you men and women out there. So stop ignoring the health issues, the unhappiness you pretend isn't there. I wish I knew that ignoring the small problem only creates bigger ones later in life. Stop brushing off that chest tightness or fatigue instead of getting it checked, or staying in a toxic job because it's too late to switch. Man, I've been there and so wish I did it differently. Be smart. Stop avoiding difficult conversations as well with your partner. Without good communication in a relationship, may it be personal or business related, it's not good, folks. In my 50s, I was too busy. Way too busy. I wish I knew how quickly people disappear. You know what I'm talking about. Your parents, your friends, your neighbors. Life changes fast, folks. Make that phone call. Take the drive. Show up. You'll never regret the time you gave, only the time you didn't. So call your parents at least once a week instead of when I have time or I get the time. Meet up with an old friend for coffee instead of postponing again and blowing them off. Visit a sibling or relative you haven't seen in years. Your 50s feel like a crossroads. You're not young anymore, but you're not old either. And you start questioning yourself. Is it too late? Did I miss my chance? Is this all there is? I wish I knew that the hardest years would also make the strongest version of myself. You don't lose yourself in your 50s, you find yourself. Maybe surviving a layoff and coming out more confident, or getting through a divorce and rebuilding your identity. I'm sure many of us have been through it. Overcoming financial setbacks and becoming wiser with your money. If you're in your 50s right now, please don't waste these years. You got to take care of your body. You must protect your peace. Take the risks. Let go of the wrong people. I stress this so much. And don't be afraid to start over, because the truth is, your 60s don't have to be a decline. They can be a rebirth. And who you become next? Well, that's entirely up to you. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment. Until next time, be safe, be healthy, be happy. Live in the moment, my friends. Life is short. To 100 years, Chintani. God bless.